Sports. It's in the game.
We attacking, better step back and watch them run. Shotgun come with the option. Send big blitz, nobody blocking. Big win, that's a ring and a watch. Strong in when he come in a slot. Tryna bend the corner, your limb game. That's your partner, then your twin game. All you wanna do is talk, I don't need talk. I heard somebody talk. I can pull up a job. Banging my chest and my head on the lock. Feeling like Walker Flock of Flame. I put the opposition out the game. I'm out of pocket, but I rock with the game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On play action, Fields rolling to his right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Play action, it's Fields. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Fields. And Graham on the grab. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields out to his left. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They snap it to Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Fields on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Off play action, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. Touchdown Bears! Tariq Cohen from 21 yards away. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now Ryan. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 39, Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. This is caught inside the 15. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jakeem Grant there to make the grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And left side here, it's Graham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On 1st down, Fields
going for the deep ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let it go again.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining. It's pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now Ryan on 1st down. Right back to Pitts again. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On
On first down, it's Fields. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Chicago. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. There he goes right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 40, the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of...
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first throw for the backup Foles. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Foles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 10. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 82 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is Jakeem Grant. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Foles. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Grant sets to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack, down he goes. Grady Jarrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Jakeem Grant, 88 yards.
And the Bears strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They go play action now. Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Complete to Zacchaeus. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6. This one out quickly to Watkins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Now a throw here to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Touchdown, Falcons! Hayden Hurst from a yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They go play action now. Jackson steps away. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. These two teams all tied after 1. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stat, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further.
And anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit what you can't catch.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Dancing to his left. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Play action. It's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson punching it in from a yard away, and the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Jackson slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Patterson on the carry, and he is going to lose yardage here. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they worked this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return is Duvernay. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson. Room to run past midfield. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run with Patterson. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone for a... It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson. They'll roll under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, 50. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They go play action now. Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
On first down, it's Patterson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for touchdown right here out of the gate.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 27 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, They didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now it's Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They go play action with Ryan. Being chased out left. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They'll run on first down. Patterson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Let's put that team on the puck. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went Zoo and pass it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 7 yards away. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
"8-8 the score after one on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Off the play fake. Brady looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action, Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football. Will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw is Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. And they are able to to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, you got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tyler Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Brady a look to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Throwing again on second down. Brady, that is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady now on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Second and 10. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On third down, Fournette. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
In your face.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. taken at about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 28 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now Brady again. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Fournette running out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This take it in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st down, it's Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Brady to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. Agreed, that's twice now. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Soldier Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Fields.
Here I come again.
Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free, because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
On play action, Fields. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action. Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Fields. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They snap it to Fields. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds here. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Flush to his right. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's got it. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Off the play fake, here's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Patterson. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man is Grant. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in colleges delivered to the NFL.
On first down, it's Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again is Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That is caught by Cohen. Touchdown Bears! Tariq Cohen, 31 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They try again with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears add on. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on,
No one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's